Welcome back to Let's Play Son of FES. Every time, you know, it's like start a record session, I'm like, do my fridge. So I uploaded the previous part last night. I just paused and I just didn't thought. It's like, was it last night? It was last night, wasn't it? My sleeping pattern has been terrible. That's why I uploaded it later than usual. Actually, I don't think it was last night. It was the night before, because last night was when I fucking changed my sleeping pattern back around. I was like, okay, so this is how it went, right? I woke up at like 3 in the morning on... Was it Tuesday? It might have been Tuesday. And then I stayed up the whole time and then went to sleep, fitly enough, around 3 o'clock in the morning. So then I woke up today at like 10. So it's kind of switched back around. But when did I upload it? Because I'm like, when did I upload the previous part? It was technically the same night that was the night of the day that I actually recorded the second half of that part, because it took me a week to get around to it, more or less. But it ended up being uploading, you know, technically the next day, but in the early hours of the morning, because that's when I woke up. So yeah, that would have probably been... I don't know, actually. I'll check. Because I uploaded it technically the day after I had finally recorded and edited the previous parts. And that was... what date? 18th, it's now the 20th, so that was on... 18th was it a Monday or Tuesday? It was Tuesday. So yeah, it was technically yesterday, because it was uploaded in the early hours of the morning on Wednesday, I guess, technically. But yeah, here we are. I also looked into the academics. It's like, okay, so what is the point requirements? It took me ages just to find it. And for each level, you know, it has a total of 240 points to max out academics. But that's like a collective from the start to finish. So the next level, because we, you know, went to the movies with Kari yesterday, we got it, you know, leveled up. And then we studied, right? So, wait, no, actually, I don't think, did we study? Yeah, I think we did. And I increased it by 2 points. So we need 58 more points, because apparently to get to the next level is 60 points. And with that, we've got 2 points. So I think that's how it works. So it would take at least probably a month or 2 in game. And that's if we're, you know, able to keep it consistent. Oh man, this sucks. I hate academics in this game. It's the worst stat to raise. What else did I look into? I'm not sure for the... What? Was there anything else? It's like looking at some, you know, requests, see if there was anything new to do, but no. Not anytime soon, not until, you know, next month starts. Oh yeah, the requirement, right? The next exams are in... I think either September, which would be the next month, or October. And we've got to have it maxed out by either October or November. And apparently we've got to actually get to the top of the next exams or we lose. Maybe. I don't know. I forget. Because on my first play for this game, I was able to, you know, get to social English, you know, start right towards the end of the year, very last minute. You need max academics for it. So I was able to do that on my first playthrough, and I did terribly on my first playthrough. You know, back in either 2021 or 2022, which whichever year it was when I first played this game. Because I bought this game back in 2021 on the PSN. But I'm not sure if I played it until a year after. Because I think I played Persona 1 first. Because I bought that as well. I am very busy at the moment, Makoto-san. You should relax during summer vacation. This is what I was told, because I am devoting all available resources to relaxation. So I've once again wrote down the schedule for you, and today we're gonna be going to the movies for Akihiko. So I'll talk to him last. Interesting. Arf. Tomorrow though, Koromaru, we will take you to the movies tomorrow. I'm not sure how they allow dogs in books or whatever. All three of those movies look great, but most importantly there was air conditioning. This kid, I really had fun today and I'm glad I came. Thanks for inviting me. You say today? That was yesterday. Ben didn't seem well. He's exhausted from the heat like Junpei. This is worries. Ben looks pretty down. Did he eat or something? Let's go outside. Yeah, blame the dog. That dog there. Yeah, we have a dog. I could be playing with now. Yeah, he seems really busy right now with PSP. Honestly, it looks like he's not even he's not actually playing the game. He just looks like he's on, the home menu or something like that. Just scrolling through my games, not out today. I've been thinking about freaking getting around to playing on the PS Vita. Finally played Persona 4 Golden, but I just, much like the same way I got, Persona 3 Reload for Christmas, PS4 version. So I could play that, and then there's that PS5 game that was released that I keep forgetting the name of. Metaphor something or something, I don't know. It's like, yeah, but then I'm like, I can't be arsed. I don't know, I think it's like an investment. It's like, stop playing that game, you're gonna end up devoting a lot of your time. It's JRPGs, man. Got to take up the 18 minutes, almost, and we've done nothing. This is why I'm not looking through your progress thing that much, because I keep, just doing shit and rambling. And by doing shit, I mean doing nothing, basically, because I keep rambling. I always thought there's something I had to do. Never achieved it because there was so much else in life. But I've made up my mind. Next chance I get, I'll do this. Mine is clear. Can't have a serious expression. He's not in the mood to go to the movies. He will be though. The last day of the festival, movie festival thing, whatever the hell it's called. Marathon. Hey, we look forward. It's not that I can claim any difference. Because I went with the canon name for the protagonist, with Makoto Yuki. I'm pretty sure that's the canon name for him. At least in one movie it was. I think he had two different names depending on, I don't know, it was like maybe they did an anime adaptation at one point, I think, it's manga and stuff like that. I basically went with the one that, when you look at the protagonist, like, oh yeah, his name is Makoto Yuki. But to the point, we never hear them refer to us by our last names, so it's like, oh yeah, his last name is Yuki. But for not that I can claim it. I actually want to switch up my work plan, but he's killed me. I guess Akihiko isn't close enough to us to, be on a first name basis. And he seems bored. Would you like to invite Akihiko to a film? Actually, now that I think about it, what is Akihiko's last name? Is Akihiko his first or last name? His full name is Akihiko Sanada, but I think Sanada is his last name. I think. So how come we've always been on a first name basis with Akihiko? But when it comes to us, he's like, I'll just call you by your last name. And he's like a year older than us as well. I don't know. I don't know how it works. It's like, you've got to respect him. Call him by his last name. He's older than you. Also, I don't know. Maybe that doesn't really apply here. Let's go. You look bored. Did you finish your homework? Well, you're one up on Juniper. Alright. You'll guess what? I don't know about it until Juniper told me. Come on, let's go. Port Island Station movie theater. The theater's crowded because of the movie marathon. There's a new theme each day. Today they're showing Chop Socky movies. Chop Socky? There are a lot of guys here. Oh well, it's movie shows. You cheered for the main character who pulled himself up every time he was knocked down. Your courage has increased in order to be maxed out rate. See that? His hands were on fire. And he must have jumped 8 feet. I'm gonna assume they're basically like martial arts movies. Look like he'd be suspended from the ceiling. I guess that's why they call it SWAT. I guess it was. Must have been on some kind of amazing treatment. They never show these parts. We don't even get a training montage. You know, even Rocky had a montage, as the montage song goes, but I mean, that goes without saying, every Rocky film had a montage. It's not a Rocky film if it doesn't have a montage with good music. You gotta train even harder. Hell, Rocky and Rocky 4 had a freaking montage of just driving in his car, reflecting on everything that happens. Not really a training montage, but it was certainly a montage. It had that cool song like gang, gang, that's how we see that was one of the first songs that, you know, made me take interest in music in general. Because up to that point, that was kind of just like music. Because I remember watching the Rocky movies as a kid, and I was like, man, the music in these movies are awesome. They got training harder. So they squats all the way back on the wall. Decided to go back to the dorm back here. Meanwhile, everyone will be giving us looks that are like, I don't know this guy.
Hi, how was your day?
It's really hot out these days. Please be careful that you don't get heat exhaustion. What is your policy regarding how team members receive battle experience? It is your decision whether to say I'll do this yesterday. And about all the homework I have to do with some vacations home to the house. Been doing it little by little, but right now I'm going to take a break. He didn't seem very happy. Maybe he's suffering from the summer heat like 2 days. You're good, man. He's a good kid, you know. Build some stamina. So it's got the roster increasing again. Should really consider strengthening it. Now that Koromaru's joined us, there are more members to choose from. So vacation's gonna be over pretty soon. School starts, you won't have much time for anything else. But if there's something you want to do, you should do it while you're still on break. You say that, yet all we do is see freaking movies. So much for having a lot of stuff to do. Don't even have any socialings to do. Ken in his room, which room is Ken? It's this one, maybe. It's not even. Where is he at? Is he downstairs and I just didn't see him? Okay. seriously, where is he then? Is he still outdoors? We're gonna get like a little scene where he's like, I'm determined to do this now more than ever. And then he's like, it's hinting at something. But we won't see the conclusion of it for a while. Before we head out, I'm gonna save, because that stupid RNG we're getting tired is really super annoying. I've also been thinking, since I've gotten back to recording, I still haven't actually got back to the Silent Hill Let's Play. Not that there was really much left to do on it, but I'm still playing on hard mode to get the joke ending and then conclude that Let's Play. I have been thinking about getting back to it, but I just don't know when. I just don't feel motivated at the moment. We can either hang out with the devil guy, or I don't know if you fancy the bell. That'd be useless. You got anything new to say? Three blades close in on you, tearing the shadow apart. Great howl with a footstep. Things seem to be stirring around to understand. There's more. The nets of the abyss and all blades watch you closely. Farewell then, may your future be bright. Was the howl hinting at tomorrow? Oh, it's you. That bug's not here today. Cousins. Usually on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Be pretty busy all day soon. Good. Ooh. I can good. I didn't realize that. Is he the guy that was always here and is like, kind of energetic? Is it the same guy or is it a different guy? Never noticed that the loss can even appear in a place like this. That's a neat little detail. It hasn't thrown off my groove yet, but I'm getting kind of scared. See that man there? So weird. He was weird from the start, but wow, he's really out there. Watch out, I bet he'll get kicked out pretty soon. So the outfit in the clothing department that comes in 2 colors. They both look great, but I know that colors can affect your luck, so I can decide. I am here to ask Mom which color I should buy. I know there's such a thing as lucky colors, but talking about clothes, right? It's okay to just choose the clothes you like best. Oh, it's you, Akihiko. Are you free at the moment, so I can teach you a valuable life lesson? Free of charge, of course. Since President Tanaka wants to talk. Does he have a little bit of level I can each of you along? My enthusiastic. President Tanaka, please. What shady advice do you have for us today? Today we'll talk about you. Can't concentrate. Get so worked up when I picture his face. Who are you talking about? One of my employees. I suppose I should have seen it coming. Listen, Tanaka seems to have calmed down. There was a young man who was working with me. He was a good kid who was graduated from a well-known university. But this month he wasn't able to meet his sales goals, so I felt his pain. That his self-confidence went down a drain, and he just stopped coming to work. I think this one you can give any with firearms, because I have wrote down the ones for the devil and tower ones just because you don't really need it, because you can do these. There's like no real time constraints when it comes to these 2 social links. You have plenty of time to get them, but I decided to go with the choices that are, get the best results. But you can reply anyway, whatever. Probably lock himself inside his room. I don't care. He's become like a lot of people, where they're just, like no work. President Tanaka seems unconcerned. I just mailed him a dismissal notice, COD. It's his fault that the company is not ready this month. All that money I wasted on trading makes me sick just thinking about it. Ugh. Is it always about money? Of course, I love money. Money won't betray me like he does. President Tanaka seems very passionate about money. How very fitting, isn't it, you know? The social link for the devil arcana is obsessed with money, the root of all evils. I mean, you could see money as the root of all evils because of how corrupted people are to make more money, but really it's power when you think about it. If you have a lot of money, you got a lot of power. It is kind of weird if you really, you know, step back and really think about it, how money works, you know? Like, we place all this worth into this money. The more of it you have, the more power you have. But all it really is just, you know, hell, you know, with nowadays, you know, where it's mostly digital. You know, you don't even need to have physical cash as long as you got, you know, a big bank account. That's like, you haven't even got like physical money on you. You'd be like, I'm a freaking billionaire. Can you imagine if you actually had all that money, like real money, not just, I mean it is, but you get the idea. Like if you actually had all of that money in physical form, that would look insane. But it's kind of weird how we have all this kind of thing, you know? I don't know. Because I just like, you know, tend to think of things like in the case of, you know, in the grand scheme of things, we are little more than ants. Microscopic ants at that as well. When you think about the universe, the vastness of it all, what is the meaning of life? What is the meaning of anything? And then we spend all our lives in a system where we're just like, okay, gotta make money to, you know, get by, or this, that, and all that. It's like I've thought to myself a few times recently, you know, if I were rich, it's like, you know, some people, if they get rich, be like, oh yeah, I'll buy lots of cool things and all that. Me, I'd probably just like, you know, try to put it towards good causes and stuff like that. But if it were to be on myself, right, you know what I'd do with the money for myself? Well, one, I'd get a new laptop because this laptop is starting to, you know, wear and tear. It's like the bottom of it even has, you know, with the grating, I'm sure what you call it, but you know, the bit where the air can come through, part of that is cracked. So you can actually see the inside of, you know, all the, what is it, the motherboard and stuff or wherever is visible. And I'm like, ooh. It's like, what happened, man? I don't even know how that happened, you know? But yeah, I'd get a new laptop because, you know, this one's starting to feel the wear and tear. And I don't know, maybe, I don't know, this is like thing, it's like, yeah, get a amp or, you know, a new effects pedal or something. It's like, I've got so many amps that came with, you know, a lot of my guitars when I got them years ago, something like that. But the one that really would, you know, be like, okay, for my own self to buy, marriage, birth, and death certificates. Because I'm like, I've been doing this ancestry stuff, and that is the biggest freaking pain in the ass. It's like, oh yeah, I can, you know, do ancestry, find my past, and all the lives. And sometimes I'll come across people who have uploaded, like, you know, marriage or birth or death certificates. Marriage ones are easier to find if they're like from like the 1800s, because they're just like, they're in a kind of book form, I guess. I assume like the reference books that these marriage certificates are actually in are just like posted there, so like you'll get, for example, like a row of 4 or 2 marriages will be listed. and one of them could be like, you know, the direct ancestor, like, aha, or like not direct ancestor necessarily, but you know, related to direct ancestor, like, you know, a sibling or something like that, you know. So I found a lot that way. But you know, once you get to the 20th century, which is last century, you know, it's kind of harder to come by on that. And shit's expensive when you actually buy them, you know. It's like 11 quid for certificates. It's like, so far I have bought my nan's parents' birth certificates and their marriage certificates, my mother's father's birth certificates, my father's parents' marriage certificates, my father's grandfather and great-grandfather's death certificates. Those are the only ones I've bought so far on the death certificate side. My nan's grandfather's birth certificate and grandparents' marriage certificates. One that I actually got that was like, you know, just because I was curious, because you know, if once like you get past like the 50s or the 60s, death certificates actually list the date of birth of a person, and I couldn't figure out what had happened to my dad's aunt, because she, you know, lived in England, and you know, using the reference point of my grandfather's old stuff, like his kind of like phone book thing and stuff like that, combine that with getting her marriage and her birth certificates, line up, and it's like, okay, this is when she died, because it matches up with the date of birth and the last name that she has listed in the phone book. So I was able to figure that out, you know. That's neat. Also got my father's grandmother's birth certificate as well, and yeah. It's like I want to get more of those stuff, you know, but it's just too expensive. You just don't have the money, man. You gotta wait and pick your time. Pain in the ass. It's difficult growing up with no money. Ah, I see. Tanaka was one of those rich people that grew up from a poor background and ruthlessly made their way up to the top and hoard all the money and want more. So you got two types of rich people. You got the ones that are born into it and are just hoarding shit. It's like money, 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 money. And you got the ones that grew up poor, and once they start to, you know, gain wealth as they get older, they just want more and more. They don't want to ever, you know, be poor. They're obsessed with it. When you can't even afford shoes for PE class, going barefoot in the gym during winter torture. I mean, thinking, how would you like to model exclusively for my company? Your innocent appearance would be perfect for camouflaging the ugly realities of business. Think about it. You won't ever have to worry about being able to buy shoes for PE. Since then, President, like a strong feeling. That just sounds wrong. You feel like you understand him a little bit. He grew up poor, so he's obsessed with money now. See his voice rings in your head. Thou and I am thou. Thou shalt have our best of my choosing greatness on the deadlock. Businessman social link has reached level 5. So it's the deadlock and it's good. Oopsie, I better get back to work. I have to reevaluate the budgets. If I decide to hire someone new, it'll cost a fortune to train them. Business Uncle left talking to himself. What's this? Hey, this is Kenji. Do you have time to talk to you? Sure. You have anything planned tomorrow? Wanna get together? Sorry, Kenji, man. But I got plans. I gotta go see a movie with, my dog. You know, and that's more important than friendship. You know, friendship with man's best friend and all that, you know? Okay, maybe next time, man. We already went to see a movie. Get you hung up, sound disappointed. Study. Studying apparently only boosted by 2. I'm not sure if it's affected if you are in a great mood. Sometimes I have seen you get an extra boost, but it's super rare. So I don't know if it even boosted more than 2 if you're in a great mood. Good. I see. But now you're at your worst subject of that. God damn it, I have to freaking reset again. I hate that. Certification will be over soon. The film is nearly over too. You should see if your doormates are interested in going. We haven't even been outside. I mean, we have, but we haven't been outside where we get freedom to walk wherever we want. You know, just constantly see movies. I guess one of our doormates wants to go to the movies, but it's not the doormate we suspect because it's a dog. Something you have to do. Good, do you have any plans for my workout? Wait, now you call me by my first name. What's up with that? Why do you call me by my last name yesterday? Like, I felt like, you know, or maybe that's it. We bonded over watching, you know, my father's movies, but now we're on a first name basis. But what's up with that? Do you have any ideas for my workout? Figure a way to bust out punches like the ones in the movie. Like you was thinking hard and decided to leave him alone. Maybe that's what it is. It's like, okay, we're hanging out in the movies, I'll call you by first name. That looks pretty down. You know something? You're supposed to be outside, man. Have you seen how kids are nowadays? I mean, kids do go out and all that, but, you know, they're more indoors, you know, it's like on their phone and stuff. I mean, hell, you know, I grew up in the 90s and early 2000s. In the 90s, you know, I was an outdoors kid. You know, I get out a lot. And then through the 2000s, you know, slowly, gradually becoming more, you know, indoors, because, you know, PlayStation and all that. And I had consoles back in the 90s as well, it's just, you know, by the time we get to the early 2000s, and even then, I still would get out, you know. So, yeah, it's kind of a mix of the two. Feels like, you know, my generation really was the last generation before, you know, everything became very internet focused. Because, you know, the internet was there the whole time, but, you know, it wasn't quite at the level where it's, you know, an everyday thing for everyone, basically. It was more of a luxury, you know. If you had it, you had it. You know, not everyone had access to the internet back then. Hell, even nowadays, it's not like everyone in the world has access to the internet. There's some places in the world, some people don't have it yet. I don't know. Movies are great, but more importantly, there was air conditioning. That was like, did you just say today? Yeah, that was a few days ago now. Oramura has an intense desire to go somewhere. Furthermore, it appears that if he does not go today, he will not be able to go at all. Please listen to Oramura-san's request to go-san. Arf. Alright now. Let's talk to everyone else first. As far as I reported the curator, for men it's tricky, I'll have to do some research. Seriously, busy. You didn't seem well. No interesting news on the air. He wants to go see movies. Arf. Is that a movie? Arf? You wanna go see Arf? Is there a movie called Arf? Who knows? Arf? Koromaru-san is very happy. I in turn am happy for Koromaru-san. But then, dogs are not allowed inside the theater. Water Island Station movie theater. The theater is crowded because the movie marathon there's a new theme each day. I mean, would that ever be allowed? I don't know. I was just thinking, you know, how blind people have those dogs, but would they be like, no, you can't go see the movies? Like, no, I'm not being funny about it. So you can't see. I mean, you can't go to the movies with dog. Hey, you know, you could go see the movies even if you're blind. So maybe they'd allow a dog. But that scenario, I don't know. It's crowded. Today they're showing the last episode of the popular serial True Battles of Real Men. Arf. Arf. Koromaru can't wait any longer. Go into the movie theater with Koromaru. You insisted that Koromaru was just a realistic doll, but the management kicked you out of the theater. Your courage has increased. We didn't even get to see the movies. Koromaru seems disappointed. Koromaru seems sad. You promised Koromaru to buy the DVD for him when it's Arf. Woof. Arf. Koromaru seems very happy. After one, Koromaru decided to go back to the dog. I was kind of expecting it. I was like, nah man, no dogs allowed.
Where have you been?
Saw the train when it's hot, but it's easier to stay loose. So if you're going to Tartarus, can't be. We'll go to Tartarus, but you know, after when it comes up to the full moon, basically. Because we don't need to go anytime soon. Because you know, complete total request way ahead of schedule for Elizabeth, so you know. Next time we go to Tartarus, it will be exclusively just a level grind and also get money, I suppose. You seem very happy, man. You're so from the east. Summer vacation will end soon, and school will be in session. This poses a problem. I will not be able to stay by your side when you are at school. That worries me. Says all this, but she's, you know, usually just sat on a chair, on the sofa, or in front of the TV, you know, talking to Koromaru. She's never actually by our side when we're at the home. It's going to be a full moon soon after vacation. Prepare yourself for this. We'll get like 3 or 4 days of school and then full moon. He's only going to be staying for the summer, huh? Well, then I guess he'll be heading home soon. He wasn't here for very long. It's still gonna be sad to see him go. Oh, really? Dude, getting in this thing to feel good. Think we gotta eat some food. You go outside, man. You're gonna be able to see inside, so we won't have much time for idiots. You want to do it now. He is lost in thoughts. Well, not lost in thoughts, more deep in thoughts. You get the idea. Save. Well, we don't have any walks for Koromaru right now. I didn't even talk to Koromaru now. I think about it. God damn it. Maybe the next day will still, you know, be like, oh, if that, we didn't get to see that movie, but we got problems with that DVD. Okay, time. Academics. Yeah, I said that. It's like, you know, it's like you're at like some event or something like that, and like someone's coming around selling stuff like academics. Anyone want some academics? Hello, this is Pepe. Do you have a minute? I have nothing to do tomorrow. Would you like to do something with me? Sorry, man, but I got plans. Oh, that is too bad. Maybe it's mother side. A bit hung up. You seem disappointed. We already saw a movie together, man. Well, we saw multiple movies. We saw a marathon of movies. So I had to study. Academics.